Hello, a very good evening to all of you. I am Dr. Anil Thapmani. I am basically a clinical oncologist taking care of the cancer patients and treating them with the help of radiotherapy and chemotherapy. And we are having a team who treats the patient. So, as we know that there's a pandemic of coronavirus or COVID disease, and because I'm a cancer specialist, so I'll be doing the discussion pertaining to the cancer patients and the effect of treatment of cancer patient because of the pandemic disease. So basically, the cancer patient can be divided into two categories: category A, and a category B. Category A is a category where the patient is off treatment. Patient has already been given the cancer treatment in the form of radiotherapy, chemotherapy, and or surgery, and now they are on the follow-up. And the other category of the patient, we can do the nomenclature of that patient as a category B patient. And these are the patients who are a very difficult patient and they are on active treatment in a form of chemotherapy, radiotherapy, immunotherapy, hormonal therapy, or surgery. So there are certain knowledge which to be imparted to the patient who are on the active treatment and who has completed like both the categories, category A and category B. So the patient should be given the health education, and amongst that health education, as we all know, like maintaining the social distance and doing less frequent visits to the OPDs, and doing the consultation on telemedicine only, and along with that, these are certain tips which are to be given to the patient. And the other thing, like the patient who are on treatment, like when to decide that which form of treatment to be given, like when to avoid chemotherapy, like, and or when to avoid radiotherapy. So we can categorize the patient in the low risk, intermediate risk, and a high risk patient. So in the low risk patient, they are the patient where these are the patients where the disease is very mild and it's very slow growing, and treatment can be postponed in these type of patient, and we can do wait and watch policy. But we should always take any decision after doing the discussion with the patient only. Then comes the intermediate risk patient, in which the treatment can be delayed but not more than 6 to 8 weeks. So in these type of patient, the treatment can be interrupted for around 6 to 8 weeks. But again, if we do not start the treatment, then the cancer can progress. So the other category of patient which are important are the high risk category patient, in which the life-threatening condition is there, and we should not postpone any form of treatment. So in these type of patient also, we have to see whether really whatever the treatment we are planning, it will give the benefit in the form of survival or not. If there's no benefit in the form of survival, then we should most of the time we should palliate the symptoms only, and we should try not to give the intensive chemotherapies, because it will instead of increasing the benefit, it will decrease the benefit and it may cause harm to the patient, and we should try avoiding the treatment in these type of cases. Or we can also, what we can do is that we, instead of giving chemotherapy, we can first start with the radiotherapy, and then we should after few weeks we can keep the patient on chemotherapy. And even if we are giving chemotherapy can be given instead of IV. We can switch over to the oral therapies wherever it is scientifically indicated. And and the patient who are coming to us, like for treatment in a form of radiotherapy or chemotherapy or any form of therapy. So if it is a radiotherapy, we should convert the conventional form of radiotherapy to the hypofractionated or accelerated fractionation regime. And if the patient is on a chemotherapy, we should try giving oral therapy instead of IV chemotherapy. And oral therapy too, it should be given or prescribed not for the single cycle, but can be prescribed for the 3 cycles, so as to decrease the frequency of hospital visits of the patient, and to prevent the patient from getting the nosocomial infections or COVID positive infection, or to So if the patient is a carrier or the doctor is carrier, they can infect each other. So better to avoid the more frequency of visits. So these are the certain things which we should keep it in our mind, and educate. We should also educate the patient so as to decrease the spread of the coronavirus or COVID disease. So this is what I wanted to tell you with the help of my this discussion, and I hope that I have imparted some knowledge to or discussed some points which were important during this pandemic.